Tonight, getting one Gary Digital Williams alongside the fight out at Jerome Spears. Welcome you to the Smith Gymnasium on the base, Fort Myer Henderson Hall Joint Military Base here in Arlington, Virginia, for the Bulldog Brawl 2 by RBA Promotions. RBA is Dr. Richard Ashby, who you may know as someone who does a lot of medical work here in the Beltway region, and he is also, by the way, the manager for former cruiserweight champion O'Neal Bell, so he's got a lot of boxing knowledge and know-how in this situation.
Sounds like boxing is good. That's probably good for all of us. That's going to be a good thing.
No question. I have a 5-bout card for you tonight here from the Smith Gymnasium in Henderson Hall, and of course headlined by Todd White Lightning Wilson out of Fairfax, Virginia, 13-0, 4 KOs. And this is a young man who has become very popular here in the Beltway region.
Oh yeah, you know, he's an action-packed type fighter, and I think he's got a good loyal fan base that love to see him in action. So this is going to be another opportunity for that just to happen tonight.
No question about that. His opponent tonight is a guy named John Willoughby. He's out of Georgia, and this is a guy who one of those things you don't like to see in boxing, but John Willoughby just fought 8 days ago, and he was a late sub in this situation. The original opponent, Winston Mathis out of Rochester, New York, was scheduled to be on the card. He had some medical issues. He was off the card. That paved the way for John Willoughby, and again, fighting for the second time in 8 days. We've seen it before, but not always very good.
You know, sometimes these road warriors, they go from venue to venue in that way, and it can have some adverse wear and tear on some fighters. But other guys rise to the occasion and take it in stride and actually use it as a momentum builder. So we'll see which way it goes to tonight.
By the way, the bout has been switched now from an 8-round bout, which it originally was, to a 6-round contest. So we'll see what happens with that. Also in the card, a guy who's trying to make amends for the last time he was here at Henderson Hall, and that's Juan Rodriguez out of Haymarket, Virginia. And this junior welterweight ran into a buzzsaw by Richie Andrews out of Stanton, Virginia. Lost a 4-round unanimous decision. Hasn't fought since then, Jerome, and so look at that situation where this guy is trying to make amends going into this fight coming up.
Well, he's returning back to a venue that maybe didn't go quite the way the last time, so let's see what he can bring us in tonight.
Juan Rodriguez, 4-1-1, 4 KOs. He has had some spectacular knockouts in the past. We'll see what happens when he takes on Christian Steele out of Stanton, Virginia. He's 2-3, and he just fought about 2 weeks ago himself, so we'll see what happens there. Also on the card tonight, Dwayne Mobley. He's a heavyweight out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, taking on a very late sub in this situation, a guy who has not fought since 2010. His name is Kevin Johnson, not Kevin Kingpin Johnson out of New Jersey. This is Kevin Johnson out of Baltimore, 3-4 on his record. And again, Dwayne Mobley, someone trying to make his way in.
Always good to have a heavyweight bout on the card because the big guys, if they bang, 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 the fans are going to love it.
Now we have a super welterweight, super middleweight by the name of Emmanuel Aline. Now Aline is a very good rookie, making his pro debut tonight against Jess Noriega out of Lynchburg, Virginia. Emmanuel Aline is one of the Fighting Aline brothers. His brother Moshe was scheduled to be on this card. They could not find an opponent for him, Jerome, but this is a guy, Emmanuel Aline, who's won Virginia Golden Glove situation and come from good boxing style.
And it's always interesting to watch a guy make that transition from the amateur to the pros because you never know what to expect. Some guys do it in stride. Some guys have a lot of things happen that they never anticipated. And so it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing develops.
No question about that. And also Fernando Alvarez coming out of Fairfax, Virginia. He is taking on Mark Baltimore, making his pro debut out of Hillcrest Heights, Maryland. Now, before we go, we've got another card coming up we'll tell you more about as we go forward. And that'll be on Saturday, July 14th. And that'll be at the Washington Convention Center in Washington, D.C. The main event, once again, Dusty Harrison. 6-0, 3 KOs, he'll be on the card. Also, Thomas Top Dog Williams Jr. will be on this card. Josh Rupert, Harold Sweetley Parker is on the card, along with Ivan Ziegler. Brady the Magician Sensible also scheduled to be on that card. And also a guy by the name of Elias Bullbasin. Golden Greek is coming back. He'll be on that show coming up on Saturday, July 14th. That'll be at the Washington Convention Center. We'll tell you more about that as we go along. So throughout the night, we hope to do a little bit of live vlogging. There's an issue with Wi-Fi here tonight here at Henderson Hall, but we'll definitely have a post-fight wrap-up for you. Immediately following this card, we'll post that up on Boxing on the Beltway as well. For the fight, Dr. Jerome Spears and our camera operator, Juan Marshall. Go ahead, FightTalk.com. I'm Gary Digital Williams. Stay with us. We have more Henderson Hall later on this evening. Thanks for doing this.